Hello and welcome to the 10th annual 2015 Sin City Shootout here in lovely Las Vegas, Nevada. Over the last 3 days, 14 teams have competed across 3 divisions, and it's finally time for the championship round. Starting things off in the recreational division is the Panthers facing off against the Gunners. All right, teams are lined up at center. 12 minutes on the clock, first period of the championship games. Here we go. Panthers in the black on your left, Gunners in the white on your right. Gunners win the face-off and get it deep already. That was Tim McCarthy sending it down, but worked out relatively easily by the Panthers D, and they start to bring it up. Can't gain the zone. That one flipped high, gloved back down now by Mark Schooley, but they turn it over again in the middle. Team starting relatively slow, maybe not tentative, but feeling each other out. It is, after all, the championship game. Mistakes are more or less permanent in this one. There are no more second chances. Sent that one up, tried to spring McVeigh. He's been really effective for them. Scored twice, I believe, in their preliminary game, or their semifinal game rather, against the Rink Rats, winning that game 5-3. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the Panthers. McVeigh was actually for the Gunners, but he scored both of the goals against GBA, Guilty by Association, local team here in Vegas. They win the draw now. Number 68, yeah, Skuzga battling that one. 2 Panthers colliding against him. Almost got it away, and now the Panthers chop back. Matt Drake, that one just lost the handle. He runs around at the top. That one batted down! Good attempt, but couldn't get it cleanly on net. That was Joe Nguyen, still battling for it underneath. He got that one and tries to send it across back to Drake. Drake battling in the corner, staying with it though. Andrew Wong, the defenseman, going up against him, and eventually the Panthers do manage to get it out. They send it down, officials rule no icing, it was contact. And so Skuzga, starting out behind his own net, begins the rush. Partial change for the Gunners. Skuzga dumps this one in. Drake, first man on it. Gunners gain the zone. But he's out-battled again in the corner. Manages to keep the play alive, though. As Michael Bottomley defending. He's got it again and sends that one D to D. Gunners attempting to forecheck. Get the turnover. Oh, they said that's not offside. I guess it didn't clear the zone all the way. Got close, but they managed to keep it in. Not a lot of whole great chances on net yet. Teams still sort of feeling each other out. They're not just being tentative, though. Remember, these teams are in the middle, or rather at the end, of a very long weekend of hockey. That attrition has to wear on you eventually. And certainly now in the final game of the final day for these two clubs. One of them is going to go home victorious, and the other one, second place. Swing and a miss there, but Sean Moore got it on the next attempt. That's what carried in by McEntee. Panthers got it in the corner, but they lose it. Now a 3-on-1 opportunity. Just lost it, though. Well defended. That was Moore again. Just along the half boards. McVeigh dishing that one across. His D-man tries to spring him, and it's a turnover. High turnover now. Panthers look to make something out of this one. That one just going off a Period stick. But he set up. He's ready for a one-timer. Takes it! Glove down. Excellent save by Sean Kelly. Yin was ready for that one all the way. Pulled the trigger and just got beat by a goaltender. Now things starting to speed up a little bit. Getting some back and forth action. That one shot wide and covered by Kelly. That was Christopher Tran with the attempt in the high slot, but just barely missed the mark. 8 minutes left to go here in the first period. We're still scoreless. Both teams starting to loosen up a little bit. But again, it's not just nerves, it's also fatigue. These guys are tired after 2.5, now 3 days of hockey action.
Good enough. Good enough.
Smith lines up for the Panthers and wins that one back to Steve Jones, but he loses it on the wall. Now here comes Drake. Drake flipped that one ahead for Nguyen and immediately punched right back down. Wynn's got great hands. He's been effective in this tournament. And good idea by the Panthers to not give him any time and space because that's where the goals come from. Speaking of time and space, big one ripped by Jerry Gonzalez. But again, not hitting the mark.
Are you done?
Team's lacking somewhat in finesse here. A lot of these shots not hitting the net the way they want it to. But it's also partially good defense. Good goaltending there. That one hit the net. Glove aside by the D. There's Gonzalez again. Centers that one. Can't do it. Drake kicks that one aside. Wynn chases after it. It's batted back in, and Jones now looking for an option. He's got points somewhat available. Starts a small cycle instead. Back to Jones. That one just rolled off his stick. I think he was expecting some more support. No one was there for it. Now Matt Drake. He gains the blue line for his team. They've got two others deep, but immediately sent right back out. That line was ready for a change. Stutzle leading the rush now. Oh, a little bit of a, I don't know if that was a stick handle or an attempted drop pass. They managed to clean it up. Nice job there by Melissa McCanty. Doing that all along the near side. Here right at the red line. They got the ball right in the circles. Tried to spring their man, but immediately turned aside by Joel Akimoto. Tried to pull that one up to the half board. Some nice stick work there by Bottomley. Results in the turnover. Across to McCanty. Doesn't get the shot away. Stutzle again with the block. Sent in again. Now Stutzle. So far being pretty effective in, if not necessarily starting the rush, then definitely relieving pressure from the defensive zone for the Gunners. The Gunners won a very tight 2-1 game in their last competition against GBA to get to this point. Panthers' last game against the Rink Rats was a little bit more wide open. That one, the final score of 5-3. Gets into the slot, takes a shot, good save, and turned right back out. Not a lot of sustained pressure for either team. Panthers managed to have some good zone time, but never really got anything to develop from it. The Gunners just struggling to maintain possession right now. Still early though. 4:50 left to go in the first period. Lots of hockey left to play. Looks like that one went out. And the draw is going to stay inside the zone, so it'll be another opportunity for the Gunners. Tim McCarthy's going to take the draw. He's got McVeigh on his left. Puck rolling. McVeigh couldn't handle it. Punched back in by the D. A little bit of a collision down low. Panthers trying to make a rush out of it. Yin, and he lost it. McVeigh. Across the blue line, back to McVeigh. Slick little move. Takes the shot, another save. And a second one. Dan Tran tried to cover, lost it, and a nice diving opportunity by Mark Schooley to keep that one out. Helped take out his goaltender. Now the Gunners, though, get that possession. Good shot, attempted deflection. That was McCarthy swinging at that one. He had a screen and an opportunity for the deflection. Couldn't put home either, unfortunately. They keep the red line, though. Kick save. And Shattuck's just going to direct that one back into our goaltender. Tran let him take the cover, and we got lots of changes on both sides. Managing the bench is going to be really critical in these games, not just this one, but the other two coming up later today, because as I mentioned, that fatigue is really going to start setting in, especially for some of the teams with some of the older players. They've definitely proven that they have the skills, but it'll be very interesting to see if they have the gas in the tank left to make it count here in the finals. Panthers try and work that one up along the boards. Lots of conservative play, probably the way you want to do it, especially in the first period of a scoreless game. But booted back in by Stutzle. Gonzalez on the left, he's got help, but he can't get through Stutzle. Stutzle's everywhere on the blue line right now. And he's getting ready to start the attack. Oh, it looked like somebody stepped on the stick. I think he's maybe looking for a call, but I think that was just incidental. Kelly with the help of his D bats that one back out across the red line, and they're forced to dump it in. Wholesale change for the Panthers. Likewise for the Gunners. 10 new players step out onto the surface. Battling for high in his own zone. And the Gunners do manage to get away with it. Nice job by McCanty closing the gap. But he gives him the slip. Now behind the net. Trying to wheel out front. Got some open points. Looks for it, but well read and intercepted by Roland. It's being supported by Scott. Tried to center, and that one didn't work out, so they just pounded back in. You see a lot of dump and chase here because these teams are very good at protecting their own zone entries. Like I said, relatively conservative play, but no reason to start taking any chances this early, especially against fairly evenly matched teams. Again, Roland Ponce getting away with that one and forcing the Gunners to reset once again. Walking that one up, casual. Looked to beat the icing, did they? They did, but I don't think the Gunners necessarily knew that he made contact. So they weren't ready to jump in on the forecheck. Now turning back the other way. Almost got inside, and here comes Tuska again. 3-on-2 if he gets the jump. He doesn't. Sean Moran. Setting that one across, hot to Schooley. But Schooley can't get it before Gaddy does. They get into the half boards and up and out. Swinging a whiff for Shattuck. Down into the corner. Gunners come away with it. They've got an opportunity on the transition here on the backhand. McVeigh couldn't fire. Scores! And the first goal, Tim McCarthy. Excellent job on the forecheck there. That all starts with that dump in and the committed play by the attackers. When you send that puck in, you have players moving with speed, and then you win those races and win those board battles. That gives you the opportunity to catch the other team unaware. That's exactly what happened here as the second and third men came in, joined that rush. They won the battles, dug away at it, and got the goal. 1-0. Gunners on top. And that will actually do it for the first period. It's 1-0. Gunners lead. 24 minutes of hockey left here in the Rec Division Final at the 10th annual 2015 Sin City Shootout in Las Vegas, Nevada. Second period now about to get underway. Gunners leading 1-0 on the strength of a goal in the waning seconds of that first period. Lots of hockey left to play though, so let's go to the action. Gunners coming away with it again right away. That's Joe Nguyen. He lost that one to Smith. Gonzalez possessing in his own zone, waiting for his players to spread out and give him options. Nguyen still forechecking hard and does force the turnover. And now the Gunners are going to reset on their own. One game there by Sproul. But sticks in passing lanes, meaning it comes right back out. Matt Drake had a lot of possession in the first period. Didn't get any grade A scoring opportunities, but looked pretty aggressive on that forecheck. They kick it back to the point. Who fires one? That one is blocked! Here comes Scott! Steve Scott, backhand, oh, and it goes wide! He had Sean Kelly beat dead to rights. Excellent interception, had a great chance, couldn't finish. Steve Scott still with it. Looking to avenge that missed chance. Tries to hit Smith, but can't. Tom Palmer coming back the other way. Gets that one deep. Gunners trying to avoid a too many men penalty. It's close, but within the legal limits. Stuska being double teamed again. I think they know what he's capable of bringing in the offensive zone. He is playing the point, but he is not afraid to drive play. Akimoto keeps that inside. He's getting pressed in the corner. Almost comes out away with it. Well, he's still staying on the fight. And that one does eventually come back out. Smith trying to battle Stuska. Again, double teaming him. That seems to be the order of the day. 10 minutes to go here in the second period. Gunners up 1-0. You're going to start to see the Panthers press, predictably so. And here comes Steve Scott again. He gains the line. Chips that one ahead for McCanty. Tries to get that one in the feet of Kelly. A little bit of a shuffle there, and Kelly hangs on. McCanty still has it. And that one sent far and way out. And that will get whistled down for an icing. Ball's going to come back down into the offensive zone for the Panthers. 9.5 to play here in the second period. Steve Scott on a pretty long shift here for the Panthers, although you can't blame him. He's playing well right now. He's going to take that draw. He wins it forward, tries to glove that one down, but can't. Ball in the corner, sent high. That one bouncing off the ceiling, so it'll get whistled dead for another face-off. This one again, resetting in the same spot, deep in the Gunners zone. Got jousting with McCarthy there. McCarthy comes away with it. He's got McVeigh. McVeigh dishes that one across to his winger on the left, who holds up, sends to the fire. Looks for the deflection. McVeigh got a piece of it, I think. But ultimately that one was held on to by Drake. Sorry, by Tran. Maybe if McVeigh was a little bit further out, the screen would have been a little bit more effective, and the deflection would have had more time to throw Tran off. But as it stood, McVeigh was right on top of the crease, and so the bouncing ball didn't really have that much of a direction to change, and Tran handled it quite cleanly. Panthers take the defensive zone draw. Almost come away with it, but Nguyen battles that one hard, got it back to Drake, and that one coming back out to the point, right on the blue line. Tees up and fires. That one may hit a body in front and ended up going wide. Panthers try and start the rush in the opposite direction. They lose it to Sproul. Oh, we got a whistle. It's going to be a hook. Hooking penalty. Let's see who it's going against. Looks like it might be... Is that Christopher Tran? Headed to the box. Call is for a hook, and Tran appears to be trudging to the penalty box. And the team in black will be a man down for the next 2 minutes. 7.5 the time, 2 minutes up on the penalty clock. Gunners, chance to increase the lead. Drake, up for the win. And give and go right back and then sent to the point. Almost not ready for it. Fires that one. Again, traffic, but it goes wide. Shattuck battling down low. Gunners still have it, doesn't have an advantage. Centers that one, doesn't go. Big fire on a blocker save. Drake again. Underneath to win. This is a slightly different power play than I've seen a lot of the other teams in this tournament. Most of the teams that you see of the 14 that have been competing this weekend have been opting for a more traditional umbrella-style, big point shot-based power play. What we're seeing here is more down low and cycling with looking for options passing the puck through the box. A little bit different, a little bit more skill, a little bit less brute force. Let's see if it works out for the Gunners. Akimoto set to take the draw. And he does win it. Back to Stuska. Holds the line. That one was close, but he manages to hang on. Now they get back down into that low formation. 2 men high, one on the half boards. Can't seem to get the ball on net, though. Rifled down by Smith with authority. Sean Kelly coming out of the crease to stop that one. Get ready to spring them again. 20 seconds left to go here on the power play. Stuska carrying it up at the red line. Soft dish, gains the zone. Back to Stuska. He's got options on the point. He wants it back. They're going to fire instead, and an easy glove save by Tran. And that is going to do it for the power play. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Gunners still leading 1-0 though. Not the result they wanted, but at this point in the game, anytime you shave off an extra 2 minutes, it does make the opposition a little bit more desperate. Tran's going to have to wait for the draw. It happens. Now they makes the change. We're finally back at 5-a-side. McVeigh pressing in deep against Jeremy Kopp. Nice lead pass. Gets that one up to Fancy. But she can't gain the zone. Cutting in hard. Good defense there. Michael Bottomley got a stick on that one, denying the attack. Trying to send it again. McCanty did not get a piece of that one, and it'll go for icing. Passing just isn't connecting the way they want it to so far for either team, really. I think the key is going to be short passes and not trying to do too much. Defensively, things are clogged up in the middle a lot, so I understand why the dumb and chase is happening. It's very popular in these kinds of conditions. But I think short little passes, gain the blue line, dish it back to the red, give you a little bit more space. We'll see how they do. McCanty muscling along the boards, wins the first battle, but the ball trickles free. Gunners try and whip it out again. Lots of gloving action. Now here comes Matt Drake. Drake's got McCarthy to his side. He's forced down low at the bottom of the circle, just on the outside. Tries to make a move. Gets it to the net. Bad angle and didn't really get anything on it. Hans chasing that one in, but he doesn't have the step, and it comes all the way again. Icing again. Wynn had a step, but it wasn't quite enough. Automatic icing says nope, doesn't count, and all the way back into your zone we go. Partial line change here. Gunners lining up. Sproul's going to take the draw against Christopher Tran. Fresh out of the penalty box. Looks like Sproul comes away with that one. Won it forward. Stuska and Tran joust. And Stuska sends that one high on his backhand all the way back out. Shattuck carrying that one. She's got her partner Warren. Sends it up the boards instead to Yin. Good contact there by Sproul. And the win helps keep the ball alive. Diving attempt there. Can't make it happen. But Stuska again. He is a possession machine right now this game. Once again, getting at least partially double teamed. Yep, now both players close in on him. He's going to carry it anyway. Breaks free. Backhander. Denied. Back to the point. Again through traffic. Third shot. Blocked aside. They're firing. Goaltender Don Tran turning those aside. A little bit of help from the defense as well. Some of those shots blocked. Gunners still trying to fire. Panthers continuing this double teaming attack on the defenders. And they get it out to Christopher Tran. He's accompanied by Peter Yin. Tran loses that one though and comes back out across the red. Hard block and a race. No one's going to get to that one in time. Back to Tran. Gets inside. Makes a move. Turns and fires with a nice kick save. Positional save there by Sean Kelly. Wasn't necessarily a reactionary save. He was in good position with the butterfly, was out at the top of his crease. He read the attack well and was positionally ready for it. Not only that, but he managed to swallow that rebound and get the cover quickly, so he didn't even need any additional help from his defensemen to handle the ball. He just needed them to handle the opposing attackers. Nice defensive structure there, and a good job by Kelly. McCarthy wins that draw partially. I'm going to give that one to the Gunners. It's hard to say. A lot of these these centers are winning the draws forward. Here's a chance. Looking for the redirect. Good attempt. Gonzalez sending that one to Jones. Didn't look like Steve got a stick on it, but he was in great position for it. Just at the far post. Held the line to Andrew Wong. Only just. Didn't necessarily maintain attacking pressure, but prevented a counterattack that could have been really bad here late in the period. 45 seconds remaining in this game. 1-0, Gunners still on top. I'm sorry, 45 seconds left in the period. 1-0, Gunners on top. That one across to Gonzalez. He's dueling with McCarthy. McCarthy, a big body there, but Gonzalez comes away with it. Superior stick work. Speaking of, stick aside by Kelly. Another battle down in the corner. Panthers currently controlling, sets up shop. That one on the back of the cage. They try and bounce it loose, but the referees whistle it down. Clock still rolling now with 10 seconds to go. Team's essentially retiring. They're calling a line change, but nobody's going to be doing much of this. 5 seconds left, and it looks like they're going to let that one tick off. The second period closes with the Gunners up 1-0 still. Team starting to experiment a little bit more, slightly more aggressive. They're looking a little bit more comfortable, but this is still a very conservative, very defense-heavy game. Understandably so. Goaltenders playing well, and I like the ability of both teams to get inside both shooting and passing lanes. We'll see how that develops as we head to the third period. Minutes are all that remain here. The third period and possibly the deciding one in the finals for the Rec Division here at the 10th annual 2015 Sin City Shootout. Panthers controlling in their own zone. But an aggressive forecheck from the Gunners. It's as though they smelled blood, sending in a 2-1-2 forecheck. Defense manages to hold the line. That's how that forecheck is supposed to work. They bring it back again. That one's Sproul. He gets to the net as Nguyen battles along the half boards, right at the top of the circle. Nice job muscling that one through. There's Ponce. Gaining the zone, Steve Scott had an excellent breakaway opportunity in the second, just couldn't finish on it. Ponce against Nguyen. Nice little puck chop, but well protected by the body of Ponce. Takes the shot, in front, scores! Rebound goal put in by Melissa McCanty. And just like that, we got a tie game. That goal absolutely comes from Ronald Ponce keeping that play alive. Nguyen had come in, raised his stick, telegraphed this puck, or the ball chop that he was getting ready to make. Ponce using his body, using good body position, leverage against the stick, closes that out, gets the shot on net, and McCanty is right there to finish with the rebound. Excellent job staying hard on the ball, get that tying goal. And now they're coming with purpose. Mark Shuley behind with Peter Yin. Tries to go across. Tran! Big shot, went glove side, missed it. 10:20 to go. Cycling well is this line. Big dump in front of the net. They're just going to call that one net front contact. Shattuck keeps it in. Another shot. Schooley. Good showing by the line of Schooley, Tran, and Scott. Christopher Tran telling his team, nope, we're staying out, we're not done. They can feel something. Schooley set up on the point with Sean Morin at the bottom of the circle. Looks like possibly a set play here. Tran going to look to win this one to his left. But he doesn't. Stuska. No, I'm sorry, that was Palma tried to get that one out. But now Stuska has it. Tie game here. 9:30 left to go. Rec Division Championship. Glove down by Morin, and he sends it right back in hard. Peter Yin, now the lone forechecker for the Panthers. Very different forecheck we're seeing from the Panthers than we saw from the Gunners moments ago. Lifted high and gloved out by Shattuck. Smith back to the D. Shattuck take their time. They've shown a relatively patient attack so far in this game, and as of right now, you can argue it's working. Smith sends that one in hard on his backhand, and Isaac Kim collects. In the corner. Goes D to D to Stuska, but they can't get it out. Stuska using the net for some protection. Tries to dish that one on the backhand. Fumbled it, but managed to hang on. McCarthy. Hard battle there. Steve Nassetti closing in on him. And another player, looks like that's Eddie Zuniga. 4 bodies, now 5 along the near side boards. Ball finally bounces free. Kim to Stuska. Up from McCarthy again, but intercepted definitely by Gonzalez. Gonzalez takes a shot in stride that bounces off the backboards and is covered by Kelly. Little bit of contact, but no love lost. No hate either, though. It's tough. The emotions run really high in these games. At the end of the day, a lot of these players are still friends. Often they play for each other in various other settings. But that's not always the case. And these are emotional games. People get really involved. So far things have been relatively tame, but you know that these benches are jacked up right now. Gunners trying to skate this one out. Misconnection on that pass, but they keep it alive. Across the blue line, but batted out. Good hustle here. Steve Scott. He feels like he's trying to make up for that breakaway that didn't go. McCanty sends that one deep. And Ponce. These are the guys that generated that last goal that tied the game. Lifted high but not quite out. Bottomley keeps that alive. Across to McCanty. Now along the hash marks on the left wing side. Tries to center it. Doesn't quite hit the mark, but they keep it alive. That one now finally sent down. Drake just tries to center it. Comes all the way across and now back to the other end. Half boards. Dug deep by Nguyen. Trying to roll up the boards but can't. Panthers D not giving them any space. Big shot there and a deflection. Gaddy sent the shot. Couldn't see if Drake got a piece of that one in front or not, but that was close. Ponce just going to send that deep and get a change. 6:30 left to go. Score 1-1 in the third period. This is the Rec Division Finals of the 2015 10th Annual Sin City Shootout in Las Vegas, Nevada. Brought to you by Kayak Connection and presented to you by Memory 2 Video Productions. Big race there, can't connect. Lots of back and forth once again. Tom Palma driving the net in front, and his man works the boards. Warren has it, tries to get it up. Bank a little bit of a miscue off the boards, but they managed to make it go anyway. Second miscue, this time a misfire by Peter Yin, but they recover again. Schooley can't make that one hook. Now here's Tran. Christopher Tran into the middle, backhanded again. Yin and Schooley couldn't connect. This line just like a half second off right now. They're getting chances though. Schooley shot into traffic, second opportunity. Kelly didn't see it. Still is out. Tran, that one almost right along the crossbar. That one just levitated. There was a hole, couldn't find a way. Now chopped at by Schooley. Still battling forward in the corner. Sent out hard, but not all the way. Good defense there. Wong held the line. And on the change, they get a chance. Ball rolling dangerously close. Tuska just barely stick-handed that one out of trouble. 5 minutes and counting. As we get deep here in a 1-1 game. McVeigh up the boards to McCarthy. McCarthy swarmed. 3 players closing in on him. He just ditches it. McVeigh now supporting. Right into the feet. Here's a transition. There's a bit of a hook. It's going to get called. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Wow. I don't know. Gonzalez got pretty blatantly hooked there. I'm not sure how much it affected the play. That's what a hooking looks like to me. Nonetheless, they don't call it. Jerry Gonzalez and Steve Jones on that rush. Smith, think he won the draw. It's so hard to say the way these players are redirecting those shots. Excellent chance there now. Kick save just off the toe. That one was Jones again getting denied. Here's McVeigh. McVeigh battling the other 88, Smith. He sends that one along the boards and the Panthers try and escape. They had speed, but they just can't get the ball to settle on him. Here's Gonzalez again. He's been out there for a while. Gains the zone, looks to his point, but nobody's really interested in helping. He's got a lot of space though, so he's just going to load one and fire, banging off the backside glass. Back to the point is Jones. Fired again, Smith. He's trying real estate, but he just couldn't hit the net. And again, shooting gallery here. Oh, and another opportunity from his knees. Kelly, big save. That one was Jerry Gonzalez again, capping off a relatively effective shift there. It was pretty long. He had lots of chances, lots of possession. Couldn't connect though, and that's what it's going to come down to here in the final minutes. Still a 1-1 game. 3-10 and counting here. Panthers and the Gunners. The Panthers were the number 1 seed and the Gunners were the number 3 coming into this Rec Division playoff. Both won their first round, and now this is the one that really counts. Kelly standing tall. Both goaltenders doing pretty well here. Really, I think the stars of the show have been the defense. Lots of shot blocks and lots of good pressure, not allowing the attackers to get the time and space that they want to either set up really fancy bang-bang plays or just get the snipes that they're looking for. Battling again hard. That is Kopp and Drake. Nguyen tries to turn. Oh, we got a whistle. Hand pass. You heard a complaint rise up from the players. Somebody thought that maybe a penalty was called. No, just a hand pass. But it looks like the draw, is it going to come out of the zone? I think it is. Yep. That hand pass is going to force the draw out of the zone. Teams marching down. Clock continuing to count. We're at 2 minutes, 3 seconds. Now holding at 2 minutes. We are within that freeze time. I believe a timeout has been called at 2 minutes. 1-1 is your score right now between the Panthers and the Gunners. Here, Rec Division Finals, again at the 2015 10th Annual Sin City Shootout in Las Vegas, Nevada. We'd like to remind you that we are presented to you by Memory to Video Productions and sponsored by Kayak Connection from Santa Cruz, California and Moss Landing, California. One of the number 1 kayaking destinations in the country. Teams pause to sort out strategy here in the final 2 minutes. Neither team really wants to take it to overtime because the stress of the playoffs is only magnified when it gets to that point. 2 minutes now, practically sudden death, but not quite. Anything can happen in these final 2 minutes. We are still tied at 1. It has been a defensive and a goalie-focused duel, but there are players on both teams that can unleash offense. We've seen good opportunities from both sides. Very interested to see how this one shakes out in the final. Steve Scott lining up opposite Kevin McVeigh. McVeigh wins that one forward, but immediately turned around by Ponce. In a lot of feet there. Nobody could really settle it, and Stuska ends up being the one with it again. The ball's been on his stick most of this game. Bottomley just barely getting out of a hairy situation. McVeigh was closing in on him. Ponce has Scott. Has McCanty. I don't think he saw her. She was ready to loose one from the top. Instead, the Gunners have it. Quick little D-to-D gets that one up to McVeigh. Timing it just right. Enters the zone. Gets the back pass he wants. Big shot. That one missed by quite a bit, though. McCarthy certainly got a lot of it. Just wasn't as much or in the way that he wanted it to. And the ball just rolling casually causes trying to cover that one up. Clock now frozen at 1:07. Score still 1-1. Honestly, this game's been so close, I really don't know who to call. If I had to pick one, I'm not sure I'd be able to. Goaltending has been really, really good. I've been very impressed with Sean Kelly, but I've also really liked the Panthers' defense. They're very tenacious and aggressive. They're not giving the Gunners a whole lot of space, whereas the Gunners' defensive scheme appears to be a little bit more content to contain along the perimeters. The Panthers are challenging much more aggressively along the boards. Five ticks counted off after that one. They reset at 102. Tran won that one across. Nice little flip by Yin. Schooley tried to set up Yin, couldn't do it. Big center hard. Schooley going bad aside. Schooley again. Oh, and it's just rolling on him. Almost went 5-hole though. A little bit of a disjointed play, but the Panthers have been able to make something out of what almost looks like nothing from a couple different occasions. They get the ball really, really deep, fire it from a bad angle, get a weird deflection or a bounce, and because they're so positioned correctly, they manage to find a way to get a scoring chance generated. That's actually how their goal came about. Shattuck knocks that one in from the red line. Schooley tries to keep that one away from Drake, but now it's a 3-on-2. Gunners coming down 3-on-2. Oh! They had Drake and Sproul, but they couldn't get the ball to him. Here's Christopher Tran. He gains the zone. And he fumbles that one. Now here's Stuska. Stuska across the blue line. Hit hard along the boards by Morin. And dispossessed of the puck as it's sent of the ball and it's sent down. 0.8 seconds here in regulation. They do call that icing though. We got just under 1 second. The Gunners, they are going to pull Kelly. Makes sense. The thinking being, get the extra body out there. Somebody that the Panthers can't defend against. And the likelihood that the Panthers will be able to get it down into the empty net in 0.8 seconds is relatively low. I like this move. Let's see if they can win the draw. A bit of a false start there. Teams reset. Well, the Panthers win it, and that is going to do it. So just like that, we end regulation tied 1-1 after 3 12-minute periods. We'll have to settle this one in overtime. Here we have it, 5 minutes up on the clock for a bonus 4th period. This is it, sudden death overtime. Teams tied 1-1. Next one takes the championship. Gunners trying to figure out exactly what lineup they want. Shuffling a couple players here. See if they actually figure out what they want. They're currently fielding 6, which I think they know they can't do. So the wind goes off. Now we're at 5 aside. 5 minutes up on the clock. 1-1 your score. Gunners and Panthers in the Rec Division Championship game. Looks like set to take the draw, Akimoto and Smith. The official appears to be consulting with the scorer, timekeeper. No change here. Goaltenders are ready. We're just waiting to get underway. 5 minutes on the clock. The first of your 3 championship games. Oh, they're actually waiting for an official who had disappeared. He now retakes the court. First of 3 championship games here for the 10th annual Sin City Shootout. Both refs on the surface. Players tired but ready to go. I guarantee you they're not feeling the tired now. They'll feel it after this is all over. But they are running on pure heart and adrenaline right now. Panthers win the draw. But they can't get it in deep and it's kicked right back out. Long is the first man on it. He collects and gets it up to Massetti. So he fumbled that one a little bit. Big hard one from outside. Tran had to be ready for it, and he was. Good job standing up and stopping the Joel Gatti blast from just inside the red line. Only 4:33 left now. 28 seconds gone in this 5-minute extra period. 5 players aside. Sudden death overtime. 1-1 your current score. We will have a 2-1 score here. Who will the hero be? That one's sent down and it will be icing, so we'll redo it all over again. Gunners with another opportunity. Couple players changing out. At this point, you just want to go with who's got the hot hand, who's got the strong legs. You can't afford to get beat on a critical race here at a time like this. McVeigh wins that one back. And his team has it along the point. Isaac Kim sent that down. But they lose the battle. And Smith sends that one up hard on the backhander. Here comes Stuska. He's wide open! Fires that one, and it looks like he missed the net. The crowd reacted to that one. He was ready for it. Now counterattack, Steve Jones. He's got Stuska to deal with. Coming around, Isaac Kim sends that one away from Eddie Zuniga. That one bouncing through a lot of different legs. Along the point. Bottomley keeps it alive. In the corner, centering feed, Kelly! Arms flying up a little bit there. Contact in front of the net. Steve Jones coming off. He does not look super pleased about what just happened. They're keyed up all right. Clock still ticking now. 2:50 and counting. Steve Scott going to take this one for the Panthers. But he does manage to lose it. Sproul ended up getting it. Now underneath. Gunners defense just wanted to lift that one up and out. Springer rush from Drake maybe. Drake's got body position, but he couldn't get a stick on that one. Still held inside the zone though. Wynn ends up losing it, and here comes McCanty. She's got the goal. Big hit in the corner. Gets out. Ball is loose, but held in line. Shot, a little wide, possibly looking for a deflection. Didn't get one as it sailed all the way through the bodies. Bottomley again. Big collision there, Ponce. Underneath, Tran. Tries to walk it out. Ball just rolls away from him. Again, good defense. Gunners starting to be a little bit more aggressive on the defensive side. McCanty on her backhand loses it, and here's Drake. He's got speed, and he's got Nguyen. They don't have an odd man chance, though. They use this to make an opportunity for some changes behind the play. Tran that one off of his fingertips, but a save's a save. Held in by Akimoto. He's got speed. Got to that one. Looked like he got to it first, but apparently the stick of the defender did. This one, Schooley. Shot. Looks like Kim got a piece of that one. Didn't go clean. Got a whistle here. 1:13 to go. And this is going to be a penalty. Tim McCarthy to the box. Oh, no. No, it's not going to be McCarthy. It's going to be Nguyen. Too many men, maybe? I didn't see it, but I did see a big commotion in front of the bench. I didn't actually see what the official indicated. Now it looks like maybe we have a timeout. That would make sense. Panthers call a timeout here. 1:13 left in overtime, and they do have the man advantage for all of it. Power play here in overtime in the championships. Very, very critical. One of the biggest things that you have to remember on a power play, especially one like this, the power play attackers must outwork the penalty kill defenders. It is that simple. The penalty kill knows their back is against the wall. They come out ready to go. You cannot expect that just because you have the extra man that you have the advantage. You have to press that advantage. We'll see if the Panthers can do that now. Christopher Tran going to take the draw against Kevin McVeigh. McVeigh's been pretty good in the circle so far tonight. Another false start by the Gunners. They're ready to go. And they do win it. Get it down, but Moran holds the line. Schooley on the point to the blue line. Across to Tran. Shot! And a miss. Schooley gets to it first on the half-boards, though. He gets it to Jones, and Jones's rip goes high and gets stuck in the netting. Looks like they're saying it went off a Gunner player, so it's going to stay in the zone. That's a big break for the Panthers. Losing the zone right now could really hurt. They're down to 55.4 seconds. It's still 1-1 here, Panthers and Gunners, in the Rec Division Finals. Same duel in the circle. Tran and McVeigh. Jones is ready for a shot. Another full start. But McVeigh wins it again, and Jones was still there. Swing and a miss, though. Schooley keeps it in. Gets that one down. Tran being battled by Stuska. Tran up to Schooley, but that one just bounces off his stick. He's being pursued. Clock continues to tick. We're in under 40. Tran crosses the line. Trying to direct traffic. Goes to the point. They set up. Here's that umbrella-style power play. Tran's got Schooley. Sends that one hard around, underneath. Jones. Got to win that battle, and he does. Jones tries to center it, didn't come cleanly off his stick, and the Gunners get another clear. Now under 10 seconds. Tran comes out. Ball doesn't cooperate, so he just gets rid of it. 3 seconds to go. And that's time. 3 full periods and 5 minutes of extra time, and these teams are still knotted at 1. This has been pretty exciting. Chances for both sides. If I had to give an advantage, ultimately, after that last period, I feel like the Panthers are playing the better game. That being said, we are now in a situation where this is a toss-up, as much as it could be for anybody. It is one-on-one duels between the player and the goaltender. Looks like captain's discussing things with the official, but I believe this is going to take us to a shootout. Either way, definitely a case of both teams played well enough to win. Honestly, I only give the edge to the Panthers ever so slightly. I really like the way they came on. They did come from behind. They got some dirty work, got that hard work, workmanlike goal, almost pulled out another one late in the third, and then again in the extra time. Couldn't capitalize on the power play. Really impressed by the defense of the Gunners as well. Sean Kelly has been outstanding too. Now he's really going to be called upon here. Kelly and Tran, and then whoever decides to be the guys that take the shots, because I don't know who you'd say is the hot hand in this game, because 2 goals, there is no hot hand. You got lucky because this was a defensive battle. We'll see what happens. Looks like Tran is going to be the first one to line up to take a shot for the Panthers. Christopher Tran. Having some final words with the officials. The ball is placed at center. 3 full periods, 5 minutes extra time. Still deadlocked, 1-1. Tran against Sean Kelly. He waits for the whistle, he gets it. Here comes Tran. A little bit of a skip. Gets in the circle, forehand. And a save! Kelly got just enough of it. Interesting tactic. Kelly congratulating. Good idea by Tran. Just didn't go. Now we turn the other way. Kevin McVeigh against Don Tran. McVeigh coming in with speed. Cuts across! And what a save! Blocker hand followed that backhand move all the way. And we're still at 0-0 here in the shootout. Second round. That was a nice little move. McVeigh came in with speed. Tran was ready for it the whole way. Now here's Steve Jones. He's got some speed too. Cuts back, forehand, and no! I think Kelly, he bit it at first. I think possibly his left pad got a piece of that. That may have even hit part of the net. Clever little last second switchback by Jones. Kelly hangs on. Big chance here in round 2 for the Gunners to take the lead. It's going to be Dale Stuska. He had a monster of a game. I would say he deserves to be rewarded, but let's see if he can earn it. No, sir! good moves, just kind of stick-handled himself out of space. Tran never bit on any of those moves. Good patience. That's what it takes to be a successful goaltender in the shootout. That and a little bit of luck. We go to round 3. And the Panthers tap Jerry Gonzalez. And another save! Oh, they're calling the goal! They're shooting it went in! Hang on! The entire Gunner bench cheered in excitement. Kelly went down. Gonzalez took the shot, and it came in and out. It looked like it may have hit the crossbar. The entire Gunners bench was certain it was no goal. I think no goal is going to stand. Officials talked about it. It was initially ruled a goal. I don't think it's going to count. No. Unbelievable. That was close. Okay, well, here we go. 6-shooter. This could be it. McCarthy loses it. Oh, he lost the handle and he feels terrible about it. Oh, he was so confident. You're thinking about the next move, not the one that you're taking right now. Just trailed away from him. Tran saw it, poked it, and it goes nowhere. Oh, that one hurts. McCarthy potentially with the game on his stick. Whew. We went through 3 full periods. Now we've gone through 3 full rounds. 3 rounds, no goals. 3 periods, only 1 apiece. Tran's gonna go again. Backhander scores! Kelly made the same move, diving from his right to his left, and I think Tran saw that. There was a hole. It's the same move he made on the save against Gonzalez. But Tran saw that there was space underneath and he took it. That one tucked in just underneath the glove hand. That'll give him the lead. Stuska now has to score. Chops it up. Oh, and he missed it! And that's the game! The Panthers win! Oh, Stuska! He beat the goalie completely! It was like Patrick Kane. He chopped it up dozens of times. Got the goalie to bite, finally. Had an open cage and couldn't execute. And on the strength of a 4th round shootout goal from Tran, the Panthers have won. What a game! A defensive battle all the way. Teams now lining up for the handshake. I said this one was as evenly matched as they come. I did eventually give the nod to the Panthers, but man, the performances from guys like Stuska, guys like McCarthy, guys like Drake, McVeigh, Nguyen, Kelly, a lot of players on the Gunners play really, really well here. At the end of the day, it was a coin toss. That's what happens. The shootout is what the shootout is. Tran and the Panthers walk away victorious, but wow, what a close one. What an effort. Both teams. Excellent game. Your 2015 Sin City Shootout Rec Division champions, the Panthers. Congratulations. Congratulations due to both teams. Like I said, excellent game. From Memory Video Productions and Kayak Connection in Santa Cruz and Moss Landing, California, I've been Chris Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you'll stick around to see more of our games. Check us out on YouTube. Until next time, we'll see you then.